A lot of people have been asking, can you do gluten-free starter from scratch in the Sidekick? The answer is yes. So we used what was in our Sourdough Sidekick manual, just growing regular starter from scratch, and we applied it to making our gluten-free starter from scratch. On page 29, so we decided to follow it exactly, so it's in two phases, phase 1 and phase 2. For phase 1 of this, we did a ratio mode in a 2:1:1 ratio, starting with 0 grams of seed. So there was nothing in the crock, and we were growing it completely just using gluten-free flour and water. And then during phase 2, we changed it to a ratio mode of 1:1:1, with 15 grams of starter in the crock from what we grew in phase 1. And we ran this for every 12 hours of frequency. Okay, what we've noticed and also what we've heard is that gluten-free starter requires a little bit more water than normal starter, so our starter is a little bit more thick. So now we have gluten-free starter from scratch in the Sidekick, and we are gonna go make some bread. Today we're making some bread. We're making gluten-free sourdough bread using the King Arthur gluten-free sourdough bread recipe with the gluten-free starter that we made from scratch earlier. So we are going to be using a stand mixer here, and we're going to be adding 259 grams of our gluten-free sourdough starter. And then we're going to add 390 grams of gluten-free bread flour. And then here I have 412 grams of lukewarm water, 12 grams of white sugar, and 10 grams of salt. We are going to be using a flat paddle attachment for this. We're going to mix this for 2 to 3 minutes on medium speed. We're going to let this mix for about 2 to 3 minutes or until it's smooth. Okay, so I've never actually made gluten-free sourdough bread. The texture of the starter was a little bit different than normal regular flour starter, so hopefully this will turn out. Okay, I think that was about 3 minutes, so it's looking a little bit more smooth here, and we're just gonna cover it and let it rest for about 20 minutes. Okay, so it's been 20 minutes, and now we're gonna go ahead and knead the dough. So we're gonna lightly flour the surface of our board, or you can use a table or anything. And then according to the recipe, it also helps to have a bowl scraper, so we're just gonna gently dump out the dough onto our surface. Okay, we're gonna gently kind of stretch out our dough, and then we're gonna give it one fold, and then we're gonna rotate it 90 degrees and kind of keep doing that 5 to 7 times. Okay, so after we've kneaded our dough, we're gonna put it into a ball, and then we are gonna put it back into our bowl to let it rest for about 4 hours. All right, so we're back. It's been about 4 hours now, and our dough has nicely kind of puffed up a little bit. So now we are gonna move on to the shaping stage of things. So according to the recipe, the gluten-free sourdough, we need to deflate it a little bit before shaping, and then it's not gonna form as tightly as like normal sourdough with normal like wheat flour would. So we're gonna more kind of have to like shape it into like a rough ball before we put it into our banneton. So it's already kind of in a pretty good semi-brown thing. It's already even pre-cut, so I guess I'm just gonna kind of roughly shape it once again. All right, so it's not gonna hold its shape very well since we're doing gluten-free this time. So then I'm going to put it into the banneton seam side up. And I'm gonna also lightly flour the banneton before I put it inside. Here we go. So now we are just going to go ahead and cover it with a little bit of plastic wrap, and then we will put it in the fridge overnight, and then we will bake it in the morning. All right, it's been about 24 hours since the dough has chilled in the fridge. The next steps are going to be scoring our bread. So we're just gonna dump it out onto a cutting board and go ahead and scoring it. And then our next steps are to place it in an oven set to 500 degrees. You can use a Dutch oven, or you can use like a stone or a baking sheet as well. And then our bread's gonna bake for approximately 40 minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead and take off the lid and brown it for another 10 to 20 minutes. Now that's in the oven, I went ahead and lowered the temperature to 450 degrees. Wow, we did it. We made some gluten-free bread. It turned out it's looking great. It's time to cut into it now and see how it looks on the inside. It looks pretty good, maybe a little bit dense. Could have maybe used a little bit more time in the oven on the bottom. But overall, it's not too bad for a first attempt. I have never had gluten-free bread, so this will be the first. Let's give it a go. It's actually a little bit sour. The recipe said that the gluten-free bread can sometimes take longer to get that little like sour taste to it, so it's nice that I can taste it. Seems pretty bouncy. It's got a good crust to it. So for all of you guys who've been asking, can you do sourdough bread gluten-free from scratch in the Sourdough Sidekick? The answer is yes. In the meantime, go ahead and check out our other videos on our YouTube channel. You can purchase the Sourdough Sidekick on our website, sourdoughsidekick.com, and go check out our Facebook group as well. Thanks for watching. See you guys next video.